People love to hate on vibe coding, and honestly, they're not wrong. Because if your entire development workflow is just trusting an LLM to write your code, deploy your infrastructure, and architect your application, you're basically speedrunning your way into a breach, an outage, or both. And the worst part, you won't even know why it broke. Before we go any further, real quick, if this video already resonates with you, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and drop a comment telling me whether you've seen vibe coding go wrong in the real world. And don't forget to follow me on all of my socials linked in the description below. That's where I post extra content, stream, and keep the conversation going outside of YouTube, and have a great Discord and Matrix community as well. Alright, let's get into it. Vibe coding is not a skill. I'm not anti-AI, I'm not anti-LLM, I use them every single day. I use them for automation, scripting, infrastructure, scaffolding, research, and speeding up repetitive work in my home lab and cybersecurity projects. LLMs have saved me countless hours, but here's the part nobody wants to say out loud. Vibe coding is fine, but only if you're also vibe checking. And yes, that's a term I'm coining right now. Vibe checking. I hope it catches on because the industry desperately needs it. Vibe checking means you don't just trust the output because the model said so. You review it, you test it, you audit it, you validate it against reality, because vibes alone are not an engineering strategy. And today we're going to talk about why LLMs are not senior engineers, why vibe coding without vibe checking is dangerous, and how we're already seeing real apps fail basic security because nobody checked anything. Let's clear something up immediately. LLMs are not senior engineers, they are not architects, they are not security reviewers. They are autocomplete, very powerful autocomplete, but autocomplete nonetheless. Left on their own, an LLM will usually not modularize code in a sane way, follow secure coding practices, recommend a secrets manager like Doppler, Vault, or AWS Secrets Manager, use current libraries consistently, avoid deprecated or end-of-life dependencies, optimize performance, write proper multi-stage Docker files, terraform environments correctly with modules, workspaces, and environment-specific variables, set up CI/CD pipelines, build test suites, manage infrastructure state correctly for teams, no remote state, no locking, no versioning, just vibes. And here's the key problem. The model doesn't know what it doesn't know. It doesn't know your VPC layout. It doesn't know your identity and access management boundaries. It doesn't know your compliance requirements. It doesn't know that prod and dev are not the same environment. So when people treat LLMs like infallible senior engineers, they're outsourcing responsibility, and that is really dangerous. Let me give you some examples of what I see all the time when people vibe code without vibe checking. Hard-coded secrets everywhere. LLMs love hard-coding secrets. API keys, AWS access keys, database passwords, JWT signing secrets, sometimes in source code, sometimes in Docker files, sometimes, and this one physically hurts, in Terraform. That's not automation, that's future incident response work. LLMs will confidently recommend libraries that don't exist, libraries that existed briefly and died, libraries that haven't been updated in years, and because the output looks confident, people assume it's correct. Confidence is not correctness. I've seen LLM-generated Terraform that deploys everything into the default VPC, uses local state, has no locking, hard codes AMI IDs for the wrong region, and doesn't use modules. This isn't infrastructure as code, this is infrastructure as Russian roulette. This isn't theoretical anymore. We are already seeing real apps in the wild fail basic security hygiene. I'm not saying these apps were vibe coded, but a lot of people have alleged it because the failures were that fundamental. Example 1. The TApp breach. We already have talked about this one on the channel, and I've had prior videos going deeper into it, but basically the TApp was marketed as a women-only safe space. Strong privacy, strong protections, they explicitly promised old data would be deleted, and then they exposed around 72,000 images, including selfies, verification photos, and even ID documents, because the storage bucket was left wide, open to the public. No authentication, no access controls, and here's the part that really matters. They leaked data included in old files they said were deleted, which means no auditing, no lifecycle policies, no verification of deletion jobs, no testing. This wasn't an advanced attack, this wasn't a 0-day, this wasn't even really properly a breach. This was simply the data was out there. Nobody was checking anything. Whether or not it was vibe coded, it had all the hallmarks of vibe engineering. Fast shipping with zero oversight. Example 2. The Cancel the Hate app. Another example, the Cancel the Hate app that popped up after the Charlie Kirk controversy with his, unfortunate, untimely death. its purpose was to collect the reports on people who criticized him. And what happened? It leaked its own users' emails and phone numbers due to basic security flaws. Again, no claim it was vibe coded, but the mistakes were intro-level mistakes. No hardening, no threat modeling, no testing, just vibes. And speaking of not relying on vibes, quick shout out to today's sponsor, codecrafters.io. If you want to actually understand how software works under the hood, not tutorials, not copy-paste blog posts, but real systems, Codecrafters lets you rebuild production-grade systems from scratch. You can build your own container runtime, Redis, Git, SQLite, even a TCP network stack. When you understand systems at this level, you instantly recognize when LLM output is nonsense. If you want to stop relying on vibes and start building real engineering intuition, check out Codecrafters using the link in the description today and level up your skills. Let's define this clearly. Vibe checking means you treat LLM output like untrusted input. To vibe check properly, you need to run static application security testing, SAST, run dynamic application security testing, DAST, rotate secrets, pin dependency versions, validate Terraform plans, review Docker file layers, enforce CI/CD checks, protect Terraform state, S3 plus DynamoDB or Spacelift or another product, write tests, even basic ones. Audit every AI-generated change. LLMs don't replace engineering discipline. They amplify it. Here's the uncomfortable truth. LLMs don't replace experience. I know. Take this little video, clip it, and show it to the executives out there because they don't seem to understand it. They don't replace experience. They amplify it. If you know what you're doing, they make you dramatically faster. If you don't, they make your mistakes dramatically worse. And as always in computing, garbage in, garbage out. So yes, vibe coding is fine, but only if you're vibe checking. Blind trust in AI isn't innovation, it's negligence. I'm Chief Geeked, and if you got some value out of this, like the video, subscribe, comment below, and follow me on all of my socials linked in the description down below. That's how this channel keeps growing, and as always, happy hacking.